Hi everyone, Gemma here. Thank you for watching today. So we've got the latest issue of Die Cutting Essentials. This is issue 113 and it's out today. So I've already taken it out of the packaging. I'm going to show you the exclusive gift and then we'll have a flip through of the magazine, and then I'm going to share some inspiration at the end. So let me pop the magazine to one side and we'll take a look at the exclusive gift. So this is called In the Garden and there's 20 element die and stamp set. So you've got these lovely floral and sort of foliage die, a wheelbarrow. It's not connected there, although it's one die, the piece isn't connected. So you could use the sort of the bucket or the basket of the wheelbarrow as sort of planters, I guess. You've got a gardening fork, your watering can, a little pot there. So a really lovely die set. So I'll just hold it up a little closer so you can have a look at that in more detail. And then I've got these lovely stamps. So you've got happy birthday, gardening, thanks a bunch, some lovely floral stamps there, sending love, retirement, and this circular hello. So on the back there's some papers and toppers to download, which I've already done, and I'll run through those with you shortly. I'm going to be using them today for my inspiration rather than the die set, just to show you something a little different. There's going to be lots of inspiration in the magazine. Sorry, this die threw me. It's sort of come free there. So that's part of the wheelbarrow as well. So that's obviously the wheel. Just put it back in place. Yeah, so as I was saying, there'll be lots of inspiration using the dies and stamps within the magazine, and we'll take a look at those. You can see some wonderful inspiration here. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Just love these spring colours, and you've got all these lovely sort of elements on there. Then this one is using the downloadable toppers and papers. So let's have a look through the magazine, take a look at some of the inspiration, and then we'll get started on our own project. So as I said, issue 113, some really lovely inspiration on the front there. So using that sort of in 3 different ways. So as I said, it's sort of a planter style or plant pot there with your flowers. You've got happy retirement, then you've got this wheelbarrow, thanks a bunch card, and then you've got this lovely frame element here on the front with the wheelbarrow, and again using this lovely colour scheme. Love the palette on that. Got a little sneak peek there into the Made to Surprise new collection. So I think there's some cards in here from Sam. So just have a flip through. So we've got those cover cards there from Katie Skilton. I thought I recognised the style. I really love Katie's sort of contemporary clean cards. So you've got your step-by-step guide there. This DL card here is gorgeous. I love how she's put that together. So she's sort of created a shelf with these potted plants, the tools hanging up there, and the watering can. That's so sweet. Really like that. So I'm going to keep just flipping through. The colours on these cards are gorgeous. I love how this card has been recreated. So you've got your 2-for-1 there. So you've got a plated die, ink blended sort of one panel, I guess. Run that through the die cutting machine. You've got your frame for one card, and then the offcut pieces for the other. I think that's so lovely. Then we've got some gorgeous off the page makes. Another new crafty word, pake. So we've got this lovely gift voucher or gift box there. So you could add a packet of seeds in there. I think that's really sweet. Love all the different elements that Amy's used here. A gardening box frame. So So you use the downloaded papers and toppers there, and fussy cut those out and added those to the frame. Just taken a craft gift bag and added some decoration on the front here. I think this is lovely to do with sort of any of your packaging. If you're not, you don't like making sort of 3D mix or gift bags or gift boxes, you can always buy pre-made ones and then cut them down to size and still decorate the front as you would with a card. And I think that looks absolutely lovely. You've got a sign here for Mum's Shed. That's lovely. And then a notebook. We've got the Never Ending cards from Sam. So this was launched last Friday. So last but not least, we've got some inspiration from Marie Jones with Let It Grow. I love the colour palette on this. I think it's gorgeous. Those sort of bright pinks with the green. Some really lovely cards there. So you've got Thanks a Bunch with a wheelbarrow, then Happy Gardening with this, sort of these potted plants and the watering can. DL card then with this sort of this scene across the bottom. That's really sweet. So she's got sort of some flowers and foliage there, and she's tipped the water can on the side and added some gems, so it looks like that there's some water coming out of there. I think that looks really fun. And this card, I just love the detail on this. So you've got these floral elements on the corners there, and they just really emphasize that sort of center panel with the wheelbarrow and the happy birthday sentiment. So we've got a sneak peek into what is coming next month. So it says the first ever Spellbinders die set. So we got this lovely ampersand, is that how you say it? Ampersand. With the sentiments, love, happiness, happy birthday, and many more. And we've got these gorgeous downloadable papers and toppers. So as I said, I'm going to do something a little different in this video. So I've downloaded the toppers and the papers and I've printed them off. I'm going to show you them in physical form. Sometimes it's difficult to see on the packaging, especially when it's in the cellophane. So I'm just going to flip through those and then I'm going to talk you through what I'm going to prepare. So this is one of two of the topper sheets. So if I pop that flat on my desk, you've got Born to Garden, Forced to Work, all these lovely elements that can be fussy cut, sorry. Life is Better in the Garden. And then you've got Best Dad Ever, Happy Mother's Day, Bloom Where You Are Planted, A Little Dirt Never Hurt Anyone, this gorgeous wheelbarrow image here, and then you've got Best Gardener Ever, Happy Birthday, Plant Your Dreams, Time to Relax, Today is Your Day, Enjoy Your Retirement, Congratulations. So they're the two toppers, and then we've got these gorgeous pattern papers. So some really nice spring colours there. So you've got all those lovely gardening elements on there. Then this gingham print, which matches perfectly with that. Then you've got the sort of the daisies, again, that matches with that. It all coordinates so lovely together. Then this lovely floral pattern, sunflowers, sort of little floral print, like a ditzy print. Foliage there, some lighter pink gingham. And then, oh sorry, there's two more. So we've got more sort of gardening elements on here with the Wellington boots and the scissors, or secateurs I should say, and your gloves, and then this lovely sort of print. When you first look at it, I think it looks a bit like animal print, but it's sort of clusters of like foliage, flowers, and I think it's really pretty. As I said, it all coordinates really well together. So I've got a decision on my hands now as to which ones I'm going to use in today's project. So So I'm just going to lay them out so I can see them all together, and then decide which ones I'm going to put together. So we've got all those lovely designs, and I'm going to bring in the die set that I'm using. So this is from Creative Craft Products. This is the Mix and Match range, and this is the scalloped nestable die sets. So the hard work has already been done for me. It's sort of on the cover here has this sort of sketch style design, and I thought that that would work perfectly with this. So I'm going to add more layers, but really simple. I'm just going to sort of line up my pattern paper on the square and just mark that off and trim it down. I have done a separate video with all of the collection, the Mix and Match, so I'll pop a link just in the top right hand corner here if you want to take a look at that. So this was released end of last year, I would say. So I did 6 samples using the various nestable die sets, and you can go and take a look at that if you want to. So I usually prepare everything off camera, but I'm going to sort of take you through the process as I do it. So I've got this 10 by 7 card blank. These are available from Craftstash, and if I can, I'll link that in the description box below for you. So you can see that the card base is larger than the actual die. And I'm not too worried that it doesn't cover the whole die, because we're going to be covering an extra piece. So we've got the front panel. Now, I've got the folded edge here at the top. So I'm going to make sure that I've left sort of plenty of room here so we don't cut this edge away. So I'm going to tack this in place because we're running it through the die cutting machine and may need to do it several times to cut through both layers. So I'm just lining that up to the very sort of almost to the very bottom of that card base, and as I said, that fold needs to be on the top there. So I'm just going to run that through my die cutting machine. So I've sent that through twice, and that's gone through that card base with ease there. Just might need a little bit of coaxing to pull that away. But now we've got the base. So you can either have it opening this way with a folded edge to the left, or you can have a top folding card. I'm going to have a top folding card, so I'm just going to go and die cut this one more time. So we've got a full square to sit on the front. So I changed my mind up. I didn't like that green against that pattern paper, especially because I didn't have the mats and layers for the rest of the pieces. So I just reprinted this gorgeous leaf print, cut that out in the largest square. I'm going to pop that there, then the circle on top, and then the daisy print. I've just roughly cut away one of the sentiments, so I've got a little dirt never hurt anyone, and this sort of tag shape die from the die set. So I'm going to pop that because I think that looks good there and it fits that size perfectly. And then I just roughly cut these away, and I'm going to use those elements then to decorate the tag, pop that on the front. So I'm going to come back to you once the card is finished. So there's the finished card. I think it's turned out really sweet. I just love all these layers together. That pattern paper just works so lovely, and the topper there with the sentiment, a little dirt never hurt anyone, and all those lovely fussy cut images just to complement that. It'll stand up like so, so a top folding card, as I said, and I think the style of cards just display the pattern paper beautifully, and the sort of die set just takes out the hard work, the thinking for you. You just have to layer them on top of one another. I think the most difficult decision is deciding which pattern papers you're going to use. So that's the exclusive gift and inspiration using issue 113 of Die Cutting Essentials. As I said at the start of the video, that is out now. I will pop a link in the description box below where you'll find it on craftstash. Whether you're in the UK or overseas, both the links will be below. If you are in the UK, you'll be able to get this from WH Smith, your supermarkets, newsagents, so on. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button, leave a comment, or consider subscribing to the channel. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future tutorials. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.